So welcome to the Montagne Posée Commission of Inquiry. We are here to establish the truth about what happened on 5 and 6 December 2024 at Montagne Posée prison. My name is Justice Mavetsenke, so I'm the chairperson of the commission. Let me give the floor to the two commissioners to also introduce themselves.
I am Melchior Vidot.
I am Vic Chiuma.
We have Ms. Chelsea Albest, who is our secretary for the commission. So I'm going to ask her to administer the oath, and then we start from there. So
I'll do it one at a time. Ms. Dina Nacho, if you can kindly rise up on your feet, please. Are you a Christian or do you follow another denomination? If you can lift up your right hand, please, and repeat after me. I swear by Almighty God that the evidence I shall give to this commission shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Thank you, Ms. Nacho. If you can kindly stand up, please. Are you a Christian or do you follow another denomination? If you can lift up your right hand and repeat after me. I swear by Almighty God that the evidence I shall give to this commission shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Thank you, Ms. Mosley. You may be seated.
Thank you very much, Secretary, and thank you, Ms. Anes and Ms. Dina. So I just want to understand in terms of language, do you prefer that we translate to Creole, then you answer, or how do you prefer?
I speak in Creole.
You speak in Creole?
Yeah.
Okay. Both of you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to just say what these rules, then you interpret them for them. So we obviously think that your testimony is very important because you were directly impacted by what happened at Montagne Posée. And if I may express our condolences for the loss of Mr. Jerry Machot's life. And that is what part of what we are trying to find out today. So the first rule, of course, because we have to follow the rules, the first rule is for you to tell the truth only. The truth, absolutely the truth about what you know. I don't know if you want to translate that or they can hear that.
Okay.
You can hear. Okay. Thank you. The second part is for you to conduct yourself with dignity and respect. As a commission, we acknowledge that this is a very difficult process for you to speak about what happened. So we acknowledge that, but we also ask that we still continue to respect other people, even regardless of what we think about them. Please answer all the questions that you are asked, because when you answer the questions, and you answer them truthfully, that's the only way we can find out the truth that can then help your family obtain justice, which I think you are looking for, but also for society to move forward in a positive way. Then I'm going to ask everyone that is in the room to make sure that you do not interrupt the proceedings. Let us respect the witnesses when they speak. Let us respect the commissioners when they ask their questions. And make sure that you remain silent, but also you minimize movements in and outside of the room. Please make sure that your phones are switched off, so that if you want to keep them on, then make sure it's on complete silence. So what we are going to do is we are going to take your testimony, but we're going to help you deliver your testimony, but by way of asking questions. And we will start with Commissioner Vidot on my right, asking some questions, and then we will also come in here and there and ask you questions. But are you comfortable? Are you well to the extent possible?
A little bit pressure, but it's okay.
Okay. So, Commissioner, I think you...
Okay. Good morning, Mrs. Machot and Ms. Wazlin.
Good morning.
Okay. So, obviously, you're aware of that there was an incident at the prison on the 5th and the 6th of December 2024. And as a result of what happened at the prison, you lost your son and brother, am I correct? Yeah. And Mr. Jerry Machot was in prison. Was he a remandee or was he an inmate prisoner?
Remandee.
Remandee. And despite being a remandee, he was being kept in the prison with other inmates.
Yeah.
Okay. And at what time or that you heard that there was an incident that was happening at the Montagne Posée prison? Any of you want to talk? You may talk.
Après-midi, là, t'as entendu la télévision, j'ai entendu affaire radio dans prison là-bas.
In the afternoon, later during the afternoon, I heard on the television that there was a riot over there.
She said after midnight, no? Did you say?
Oui.
Yes.
Donc, j'arrive à penser affaire là, jeudi.
Yes, that was a Thursday.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
the day that
Parce
the
que
incident.
tu es au courant, tu as entendu affaire la télévision, tu peux guetter les nouvelles là.
Okay.
I was made aware through the television. I was watching on the news that there was this incident.
So you were watching, okay, on television, and when were you informed that your son and brother had passed away?
Machiga called les 6. C'est ma machoku.
Les 6?
Oui, machoku. Pour dire dans les 6 de prison les 5 l'après-midi. Mais c'est maman les pour pas chiper comme c'est exactement qui peut arriver à cause de l'autre qui après une vidéo comment c'est qu'il est. Mais c'est mal les 6 grand matin, tu peux venir travailler. Mon tonton Jeffrey Machot, tu peux école moi à cause maman tu peux gagner école prison.
Just give him some time to...
Sorry.
It was on the 6th that I received the call informing me what had happened, but I was aware that since on the 5th in the afternoon that there has been this incident that was happening over there at the prison, but nothing clicked in my mind at that time as to what was the result of that. But oui, je pense à la dernière bout que tu peux répondre, s'il vous plaît. Après les 6 grands matins, tu peux travailler.
Les 6 grands matins, je peux travailler. Mon gars école avec mon tonton Jeffrey Machot.
And the 6th early morning, while I was going to call, I received a call from my uncle Jerry Machot.
Il peut dire, mon officer, par exemple, c'est call mommy.
Informing me that the officer was attempting to call mom
Early in the morning.
early in the morning.
Mais c'est maman mais pas nous reply.
But mommy did not reply the phone.
C'est maman toto in demandé mais au CI Jerry. Tu dis ça non comment CI Jerry?
But my uncle gave me the phone number of he referred to as CI Jerry, I think.
Après il dit comment c'est moi connais qui n'arrivé avec Jerry de prison.
And then he told me if I was aware of what had happened to Jerry inside the prison.
Moi dis non moi pas au courant cause moi peux venir travailler moi pas connais.
I said no, that I was not aware, that I am just coming to work and I am unaware.
C'est là même là il dit moi call CI Jerry de suite get qui aux autres dans pour dire.
That's when he told me to call CI Jerry immediately for me to see what they have to tell me.
Après mon importance pour mon assess mon maman pour nous descendre. Sorry, après mon call CI Jerry et demande l'information que Jerry Machot in perdu sur la vie de prison, je peux contacter avec son maman.
And then I called CI Jerry and he informed me that Jerry Machot has lost his life in prison and that they are attempting to get in touch with his mother.
Après mon assess mon maman.
Then I went and collect my mom.
And you picked up your mother to go where?
To go elle doit me quoi l'office côté Temolchi là.
To go to an office, I think, upstairs above Temulji.
So you didn't go straight to the hospital?
No, not
You
yet.
went to an office?
With my mom.
Okay.
Dans l'office avec maman nous avons XCP nous avons sa CI Jerry.
So you saw CP George?
We
Am I
went to the
correct?
office with my mom and we saw the ex-commissioner of prison and then the CI Jerry that I'm referring to earlier.
Et les mamans là même CI Jerry pas pour cause but Janet in cause il peut dire non sinon encore comme c'est ça qui n'arrive de prison qui mon frère perdu sur la vie.
CI Jerry did not really speak. It was only CP Janet who spoke and was asking me if I was aware about the incident that happened, that my brother lost his life.
And what else did she told you?
Les explique me peut dire non riot de prison il a décidé de faire riot il met total 10 autres officiers.
And she told me that there was a riot in prison, that the prisoners decided to do a riot and that they held hostage 10 of their officers.
Après il dit nous comme après dit channel dit fait tu peux faire des gars.
And then she said that there was fire, they were causing a lot of mess.
Et il explique donc comment il y a Jerry perdu sur la vie moi quoi il dans un cell un peu aller pas quoi d'après il était là-bas mais c'est moi qui explique il explique nous in molo un place il y a quelque chose comme quelque chose in tomloli in la terre.
So she was attempting to explain what had happened, that he was in a cell further up and as she was explaining, she said, stated that he was on a bed, that something sort of fell on him, that he died from where he was on his bed.
Did she at that time express sympathy for the loss of your brother?
Oui, in sympathize, no?
Yes,
Okay.
she sympathized with us.
Okay, she told you that something fell over your brother.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did she tell you what it was?
Il y a quelque chose sorti de plafond, il tombe là.
She said that something fell from the ceiling on him, where he was in that cell.
So, so what she was telling you, her death was caused by his death. Sorry, was caused by something falling from the ceiling.
Oui.
Yes.
Comme si il tombe là, il peut c'est là même à te de hodé là, whatever. So
It fell on him and he remained there on the ground in the water, I think.
So, and what else did she tell you at that time?
Après, il demande moi comme si qui m'a Jerry était si un bon petit, si arrogant, si whatever. On dit pas un mauvais petit, mais c'est une nuisance par là.
And then she asked me how was the behavior of Jerry, if he is an arrogant person. And then I replied that he was not arrogant. He causes a bit of nuisance every now and then.
Okay, and then?
Après, blablabla, comme si il veut boire un café en même temps. Après, il dit, faut espérer, comme si la mort Jerry, l'arrestant prisonnier, ils ont gagné une leçon.
And then she kept on talking, and she stated that she was drinking her coffee at that time, and she stated that hopefully from what happened to Jerry that the other inmates learned their lesson.
So the death of your son was to be used as a lesson for others?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and anything else she told you whilst you were at that office?
Pape Thomasine, Mr. Mon.
Okay.
Il prend l'information sur nous pour nous capables aller la case moi parce que nous demandons si nous capables aller.
Okay.
I don't really recall, but she took our information to make arrangements for us to go and see him at the mortuary.
Okay. So when you left the office, where did you proceed to?
La case moi.
At the mortuary.
So upon reaching the mortuary, what happened?
Then nous arrivons là-bas, il y a un peu de difficulté. Tu as affiché garde aussi dans les formes. Après ça,
après ça, dans sécurité.
So upon arriving there, we met into a bit of a difficulty. There were officers in brown uniforms, and I think CID officers as well.
So what kind of difficulties did you encounter?
Quand tu demandes pour nous aller, moi-même, moi là-bas, Madame Georges dit moi oui, c'est moi qui arrive là-bas, et l'autre affaires, sa sécurité, il me cherche là, il dit moi, nous gagnons l'ordre avec CP, pas les personnes entrées.
And when we arrived there, I was asking to go in to see him, even if I had been given permission from the commissioner. They were not allowing us inside. The security officer over there told me that he received order from the CP not to allow anyone inside.
But did you explain to them that the CP had already given you permission for you to see the body of your son?
Yes, of course.
And when you told them, the officers who were at the mortuary, about that, what was the response?
No.
They were preventing us, and they did not want, even if I informed them that I received the order from the CP, they said no.
So you did not manage at all to see?
Yes, we do, but
you did?
maybe an hour, less than an hour.
Por exemplo, ali no costeio bom, lá por exemplo, femme bloqué.
The more we approached closer, the more they tried to close the sabaras. There's a door that opens like that, and the more we attempted to get closer to that,
a swing door.
A swing door, yes. Where Jerry was on the metal table, they were preventing us to enter inside, and as we were getting closer, they tried to close the swing door even more.
Okay. But you managed to see his body?
Yes.
Okay. And this is going to be hard. Can you describe what you noticed on his body?
Did not see the whole of his body. He was in a body bag that had been opened up to his chest area. The more we are getting closer to try and poke our head to see, the more they prevented us from getting closer. Even myself, they did not want me to go there to see.
E non debutez isotles no debut existence lá jusque comme ça là garde pe ba no pio peston apose nous m'a pe demander pour ver pour nous guetter zo papier ces opes chobo no pour pas.
They had zipped the whole almost the whole body bag. One of his eyes was closed, and we stood at around the distance from where I am sitting now to where the other table was, and they were preventing me from seeing him.
Quand même, peut demander autres pour ouvert, pour nous guetter, les autres dire non, pas obliger faire ça. Sinon, nous, ça qui nous noie, ça même. Pas bien personne nous aller quoi.
Even if we tried asking them to allow us to open the body bag to allow us to look at him, they said that no, what we were able to see at that time was enough for us.
Did they explain why they were refusing for you to see Jerry at the time?
No, they can't explain.
No, they did not.
Go ahead, please.
When you said they were refusing for you to view the body, can you tell us who were they? Were they the police in white and blue uniform? Could you describe who they you're referring to?
Ça de ça ben la police qui dans uniforme pe même couleur ça I'm sure wow. Exot ça los autres pour après chana M cheto qui mon quoi responsable pour la casmo yo si tu à peu près 3-4 autres chana.
So the two that I was referring to, they had uniforms like the collar of the shirt on Mr. Justice, and the other, I think they were regular officers, but I think there was altogether a total of 4 of them, and the ones that were wearing the shirt.
Let's say blue because...
Blue, yes, let's say blue. Blue-colored shirt was, they had their epaulets also.
Chana eme shirt o CID mon quoi. Leon mon pas mazin son c'est ma yana si somewhere de son figure eme shirt noir. Lui aussi tu peux say
il paraît d'homme vol.
There was a CID officer also who had a...
Is it a birthmark? Birthmark?
SC là somewhere de son figure.
It's not.
Jean Vol.
Sorry?
Jean Vol, she said.
Jean Vol?
Oui, mon quoi.
Officer Jean Vol, the CID officer who had something in his...
You are not so sure?
Not so sure, but I think...
Non, mais seulement son figure, il y en a SC.
Not so sure about his name, but his face, he has a...
Oui.
I don't think it's that.
I think he said, he stated to me that his name was Jean Vol, that man.
Okay. So you are able to view the body from a distance. You saw the face. Okay. And thereafter, what you left the mortuary, I believe?
Chana famille aussi, tata chin vene, zotin laissé même distance zotin quitté. In Paris.
There were family members that came, uncle, aunties, but they had them to remain the same distance that they were making us keep between the body.
So papa aussi zota na PC.
Even father also, the father also they prevented.
Can I ask you, was it when Jerry was put where you saw him, was it to carry out the postmortem?
Nous disons ali lo hagan la table là comme ça de ha sac.
Sur la tête
dehors.
We just saw him on the long table in the body bag with only his head for us to see.
Si moi tu peux espérer, moi connais espérer l'autre pour men pas là, moi connais.
We were unable to determine what was going to happen afterwards, if they were waiting for an order for them to bring somewhere or whatever, I don't know.
So at what point in time were you able to see the body, or when was the body handed over to the family?
We never...
Nous quitte la case, nous pas jamais qu'on équipe passer quoi.
Saw the body when we left the mortuary, and we never became aware of what was happening or anything.
Did you request upon leaving, or at any time, did you request to attend the postmortem procedures?
No. Yes, I did request. So, c'est ma fois ça nous demandé pour nous aller au salon mais seulement là nous venons salon mais
Yes, I did request, and then before that, we asked whether or not we could see the body the next day, but when we came the next day, they prevented us. They got us standing around for 1 hour, 2 hours, something like that, and then afterwards they prevented us completely from seeing.
But the postmortem had already been done?
No.
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 And when you say they prevented you from seeing the body, who are you referring to?
These officers, they were there the next day.
So they were the same officers who were present the previous day? Okay.
I believe so, yes.
So, okay. Were you informed at any time, at any point in time, that the postmortem was going to be carried out?
En même temps, ça zo, nous avons contact avec M. Posée. Et un conseil comme c'est pour envoyer un email, premier commissionnaire Ted. Mon envoyé un email pour nous attendre l'autopsie.
At the same time, that same day, I got in touch with Mr. Ralph Volser, who advised me to write a letter to the commissioner Ted Babe.
Ted, commissioner Ted.
Il advise you pour écrire ça le commissionnaire.
Pour m'envoyer pour nous capables d'assister l'autopsie.
For me to send to Mr. Babe for us to be able to attend or assist the autopsy.
And Commissioner Barbe, you're referring to is the ex-police commissioner?
I think so. I'm not really used to those names, the names of the officers.
Okay. And did you send an email or a letter to...
Email.
An email.
And you made that request?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you get a response to that email?
Never.
No.
Never did?
No.
Okay. So you never attended the postmortem?
Never.
No.
Nous avons contact avec sa monsieur, sa CID. Et tu causes que nous avons fait pour postmortem même. Mais seulement après...
N'a pas courant.
Oui, tu peux dire, que n'a pas courant et qu'on ne peut pas marcher.
Les filles disent la mettre dans l'endroit et qu'on ne peut pas marcher, n'a pas courant.
So we got in contact with the CID officer. He was talking to us with regards to the postmortem, explaining that there was no electricity, that the AC was not working, that they needed to relocate him some place else.
So when was it that you were handed over the body of Jerry?
Le 19 décembre. À cause de notre fait sur le thème à l'éveil.
Okay.
19th of December, because we had his funeral on the 20th.
So from the 6th to the 19th, you were not given permission to have access to the body of your son and brother? Okay, so you had the funeral on the 20th?
Yeah.
Okay. On the 19th, when you were handed over the body, what did you notice on the body?
Had already been dressed, wearing his clothes.
Mais seulement nous parlons sans lui, il déjà là à la table. Zot pe comme si on demandait quand même je sais pas dehors si nous capable d'entrer maman et ça peut venir sans lui.
I asked someone from outside if we were able to enter inside for us to go and change him, but when we entered inside, he was already there on the table and they were there with him.
On l'écoute pas d'ailleurs, yeah.
Pe zot in fini mettre les sans semis, mais seulement chana aimé chez là-bas. Mon passé son nom, mais c'est maman qui a dit son nom. Pas devant caméra, mais c'est maman pas toi c'est lui-même. Seulement son figure lui-même qui tu peux appeler nous pour nous ouvrir sa semise pour qu'était il peut dégager peut dire dans l'autre l'école peut venir pour venir
faire ça. Et pas nous coster là tout. Je suis bien sensé quand semise là bien.
Les mangas ça c'est tout bon ça là mais c'est mal et puis après c'est
pas nous les coster.
And he had a shirt on him at that time that had been already, that he had finished wearing. Someone had him put on that shirt, and then someone put him that shirt, already when we came to see him. And then there was one man that was there. I don't really remember his name, but I can tell. There were 2 or 3 of them that were dressed all the same, with long sleeves, bluish in color. They were wearing shirts bluish in color. It was as if that they were the one in charge of whoever was in that coffin there. And when we were trying to open his shirt, they prevented us from actually opening his shirt, and I was able to only hold his hand, but they were preventing us from seeing inside his shirt.
So will I be saying there was a deliberate ploy to ensure that you do not see the body of your brother and son?
No.
Yes.
And how did that make you feel? Pardon?
I just cried.
Okay.
So you buried him without the opportunity to see his body. Is that what you are saying?
Yeah.
Mais seulement avant, à 19, là, le 19, je suis gagné école par voir monsieur ex-président, là, les 13, j'ai souvent de régi.
But before that,
Comme si pour un meeting, on l'a dit, pour State House là-bas.
Okay.
But before the 19th, I think it was Friday the 13th, it was a Friday, I think, we got the appointment to go to see the ex-president at State House.
Okay. Let's go to that meeting.
Sorry, but who is the ex-president?
Mr. Weaver Wamkalawan.
Okay.
So let's go to that meeting. So somebody received a call and was asked to come to State House. Who went to State House?
Sakino se va call avec ex-président et chez Montagne Mouchana Machot. Li in fait l'arrangement pour les contact avec monsieur ex-président.
So the person who got in touch with the ex-president was my auntie Luciana Machot. She made the arrangements for her to get in touch with the president.
Et nous avons appointement pour nous aller les 13 au State House family posts.
We received the appointment to go and see him on the 13th, close family members.
Just 1 minute. I noticed you're having difficulty opening a bottle of water. Okay. So it was only after somebody made contact with the State House that you received a meeting with the ex-president, Mr.
Yes.
Ramkalawan. Okay. So who went to that meeting?
Mommy, myself, sister, papa, son sœur, quoi, il y en a des sœurs. Après, tu viens son papa avec son belle-mère. Après, il vient des tontons et Montagne.
There was my mother, along with her 2 sisters, myself, my sister, my father that came with his partner, my stepmother, and then my 2...
His father.
Son papa, sorry.
Son papa avec son
belle-mère.
Son belle-mère, après son autre sœur avec son frère.
His father, as well as his stepmother, and then his brother and sister.
All right. So at State House, can you explain to us what transpired in that meeting?
Nous passons de sécurité. Nous arrivons là, nous téléphone, nous affaires pareil, ici posé.
We went through the security and we got upstairs through the necessary procedure, usual procedure.
Après nous exposé
They had their phones taken from them.
Oui.
Our phones was taken
With
from
their
us. Sorry.
Après nous entrons dans la salle office même, nous espérons à peu près 15 minutes avant President vini.
We entered inside the office and we waited for about 15 minutes before the president came.
Dessa mama espere nunca yo fe jite juice delo.
And in the moment we were waiting, we were offered tea, juice, and water.
Okay, so the president comes in, you're at a meeting. Okay, what was discussed at that meeting?
Dessa meeting in Pejiskidlo Maye Sarayut in Kumasi.
In that meeting, he discussed about how the riot started according to the information that he received.
Did he tell you from whom he had received such information?
Avec ex-CP.
From the ex-CP, Janet George.
Okay. So, carry on. Tell us what he told you.
In comment s'explique, non? In cause un pelo riot, ça fait Stephen Morde, qui l'entend des autres, moi quoi, autres mettent ça Stephen Morde, ça moi, pas qu'on écoute. Mais seulement Jerry n'explique nous le Jerry lui-même, Monsieur le Président dit, pour Jerry connaît, il y a des gens qui pas agressif, mais seulement ça qu'il dit nous qui m'a Jerry moi.
So he spoke about the riot itself, something about Stephen Mordon, that he was placed somewhere, and then he talked about Jerry, stating that Jerry, he wasn't an aggressive person.
Après, il dit nous qui m'a tapé avec un officier, ça a fait couper là, cisaille, il tape là.
Bolt cutter.
Oui. Ça dit long.
Il dit long, nous pas connaît. D'après M. le Président, un grand cisaille cutter. Et ça dit monde, ça. Il dit un team, c'est pas, il dit monde dans hibou. Les officiers. Il tape là derrière, là, il casse ça.
Il
tombe.
And then
Ça président qui dit noir.
The president stated that the way he was. He passed away, that he was hit with a bolt cutter. Bolt cutter, a long one actually, according to him, that he was hit somewhere at the back of his head, at the beginning of his spine, and that it broke when when he got hit, he paralyzed as a result of that, and then he fell down.
And did you explain to the president that what he was explaining to you was different from what CP George had told you?
No.
Because CP George had told you another story as to how he died.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else did the president tell you?
Comment s'explique nos AMG, nous pouvons in le footage qu'il est noir, qu'ils ont noir.
When he started explaining that, he said that it's according to the footage that they saw.
That he saw and they saw.
Ça qui est l'information que prison qu'ils ont noir de sa footage. Par contre, si autres aussi les qui noir sa footage.
From the information that he received from the prison that they saw the footage, and I am unaware if it was him that saw it personally or it was them at the prison.
Sorry, just because I don't want us to lose this one. So just a question. Can you clarify what the former president actually said about the footage? Not but what did he actually say?
On the footage?
Yeah.
Ex-president Sakili noir le footage et les officiers. Par contre, ces officiers présents, si l'autre officier, ça qu'il est noir avec sa grand cote.
So président voit le footage lui-même.
Par contre, si président qui est noir, si habandi mon qui n'explique lui.
I do not know if it was the president who saw the footage or it was the person or these people who explained it to him after seeing the footage.
I think let's focus on what the former president said. Not why he said what he said. So you were sitting in a meeting. Did he say anything about footage in the first place?
Ça veut dire dans sa meeting là, qui étudie concernant sa footage.
Oui.
Qui étudie exactement.
Dans sa footage qui indique c'est qu'il y a ses officiers avec sa grande la clé.
He said that
Cutter.
he saw the officer with the long bolt cutter.
Jerry tu peux
Assez.
passer. Ses officiers tapent les 200.
Là derrière.
Oui.
Jerry was just passing by and the officer hit him using that bolt cutter at the back of his head there.
Et
where
il
they are
tape les
pointing.
derrière
Okay.
sur les deux.
And
Okay.
he got hit at
Okay. So, just so that we understand you accurately. So, are you saying the former president said he watched the footage, and according to that footage, then he saw these events that you were describing about how Jerry died?
Ko li di nou koum sa yo.
Dans sa footage.
Dans sa footage ki li nou a sans officier pour rapis cutter. Lui même il monte la cutter, on koum sa tape li là derrière, break son spine là derrière. Le que Jerry.
we not know, but he told us that he saw in the footage that
Okay, I think that's what I wanted. That whether he himself said
Itchin-
he saw a footage
It is what
or
in
not.
voit sa footage, remember?
Oui.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, and what else?
Après il monte nou le téléphone, sa ban boulette. Qui supposé tape Jerry on côté.
And then he showed us
Present.
on his phone these bullets that supposedly hit Jerry from the side.
So he was showing you pictures of certain ammunitions.
Avant y arrive là ça. Il cause un peu de difficultés au gagner là-bas de prison.
Before getting to that, he spoke about the difficulties that they get over there at the prison.
Après il explique nous un peu le bon bien passé, bon prison y a aussi passé de prison.
And then explained about how the prison inmates,
Et au même moment,
how they fare well sometimes. Bien passé, boss. Has it bien passé, ça qu'il dit?
oui,
Yeah.
qui m'a bien passé aussi de prison.
How sometimes they fare well in the prison.
Et avant ça, il m'a dit, nous manqué. J'ai déjà reçu une vidéo que la case moi-même avant moi aller avec Jerry. Et dans sa vidéo, il montre que Jerry a shoot. Moi prison, il y a qui peut causer de sa vidéo peut dire il a shoot de son côté. Yes.
And then something to add also that I received a video that was from the mortuary, whereby in the video they were saying that Jerry got shot, and it was prison officers also, I believe, that was in the video talking.
Et la habit là qui
Também monte nou sa un bal là, do mon téléphone monte. Aban bal tena li di yana
les Indiens pour dire ça qui n'entre il boit là mais tu peux shoot dans miraille sa boulette là il avant une pénétrer Jerry les autres shoot dans miraille qui il refoule
tableau li.
He
D'après
said,
li di nou koum sa.
according to him, he showed us on his phone the bullets. He said that according to him, it was when the officers from the Ibu team came in and was shooting, and that the bullet ricocheted from the wall and hit Jerry to his side, according to him.
Did you ever get the opportunity to see the post-mortem report?
No.
You've never seen
No.
that?
No.
Anyway, the post-mortem report should have revealed whether it was bullets ricocheting on the wall and then hitting him.
C'est le papier qui nous
Le papier qui nou ganyen ki
Pour la
découvre
case
pour la case moi-même qui sa boulette.
il a les
Il a comment le démon ça là.
The only paper that we received was at the mortuary with regards to the bullet. The paper is with me in my bag.
So you want to get that document?
yes.
Okay, we'll see what they have and then That's just a certificate of, that's a civil status certificate, which will tell you the cause of death. This is for civil status purposes only. Okay. Do you have a copy of that?
It's still.
Okay. You know what is a post-mortem report? Do you know what it is?
Je connais que c'est un rapport l'autopsie.
Moi, ça, je m'en trouve.
I never saw one
Okay.
before.
An autopsy report or post-mortem report will detail everything that would have been discovered when the doctor is conducting a post-mortem. So they will explain everything regarding the health of a person, the cause of, and then they will go into the cause of death and things of that nature. So you never saw any of that?
No.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Carry on at that meeting. What else were you told?
Après ça, en toto discute lo ha qui n'arrive. Après, il dit nous pour ça faire, qui nous décide de faire. Ils ont dit nous décider d'avoir un avocat. Si dit nous non, pas besoin d'aucun avocat qui tout quelque chose dans son lendemain. L'équipe pour dire la veille, pour l'information, tout bonnes affaires. L'équipe fait l'arrangement, qui m'a dit, on papa demandé pour tout ça bonnes affaires, les repair comme si. Si supposé en compensation, c'est pas whatever. Il dit oui, c'est moi qui tout dans son lendemain, pas besoin d'aucun pas. Ça fait à rideau aussi. Nous pas dans la cause dit nous pas besoin de affaires. Qui tout ça fait dans son lendemain pour contacter que nous sommes aujourd'hui.
And we did not really discuss about anything else further. He just told us, we just told him, he just asked us what were we going to do or planning to do, and we stated to him that we were going to get in touch with a lawyer, and he said to us not to do anything, not to locate a lawyer, leave everything to him, that he will sort out everything, and the issue of compensation was also raised in the discussion, whereby he stated not to worry about that, leave everything to him.
They decided not to go to Arid because...
And we said that we were going to Arid, and he said no, that there was no need for that, to leave everything in his hand, and he will sort out everything.
Am I right in saying that in a certain way you were prevented from seeing any other organizations or anybody?
Yes.
Okay. And that was in the hope that everything would be sorted out by the president.
That's why we did not go anywhere.
In même fait, nous pouvons faire l'arrangement l'enterrement, l'équipe responsable tout quelque chose. L'enterrement, tout quelque chose, l'équipe responsable.
He even offered to help out with the arrangements, the funeral arrangements, that he would be responsible of everything.
Did he say that was going to be, he would be personally responsible for the funeral arrangements?
No. Ça c'est quoi l'état Montagne Luciana qui gagne accès ça il peut persister pour lui gagner accès ça bonne quelque chose
il peut faire tout roulement tout bonne affaire
jusqu'à l'arrangement l'enterrement nous gagne école pour aller à l'école pour capable occuper pour l'enterrement.
I believe the state, and it was my auntie Luciana who kept on pushing until the arrangements was able to be made for us to go and prepare for the funeral afterwards.
What I wanted to know, whether the president personally paid for the funeral?
The président paye pour ça l'enterrement personnellement.
Nous pas connaître si qui paye c'est mais dit à l'État.
I do not know if it was him who paid personally or the state.
Okay. But you didn't have to pay anything?
No.
No.
Okay. Did you ever ask the former president who was the officer who hit Jerry with a bolt cutter?
Oui, nous demandons si on get footage ou pas de remarque son figure ça officier dit non.
We asked him
if
when he was looking at the footage he could not notice who was the officer, and he stated that no, he could not, because he was standing, and the way he was standing you saw only the back of his body.
Did you ever request him to carry out an investigation to find out who was the person who
Ben
did it?
GV, mais c'est moi, nous pas nous gagnons la réponse.
It's just one person.
We told him, but we never got any reply.
Nous demandons, mais seulement il dit, il va get pli bien là, mais c'est ma pour pas nous entendre.
We asked him, he said that he would look further in the matter, but we never heard anything.
So he never, the office of the ex-president never contacted you
No.
in that regard?
No.
Okay. And so apart from that, what you've told us, what else would you want to tell us about the death of your brother and son?
Il mon frère, nous habitons ensemble, mais seulement il soque nous un peu, il soque nous vrai à cause nous connaît pas du monde agressif, il pas du monde qui peut faire quelque chose.
He's my brother. We were used to each other, and it shocked us. It shocked us because we know that he was not an aggressive person that would get into trouble.
Were you ever compensated? Because the president had promised that you would be compensated. I know that compensation would not bring your brother and son back, but were you ever compensated?
Moi pas ni connais.
Si nous désagréons
Compensation.
Non,
comme
non, nous pas
No.
gagner rien.
No, we did not get anything.
Nous pas temps d'avoir non, est-ce que nous gagnons demander pour venir là.
We did not hear
D'accord.
anything else up from that day until we were contacted to come before this commission today.
So you never contacted the ex-president's office to say, look, the ex-president had promised us compensation and that we should not pursue the matter any further. And so where is the compensation that was promised?
Son pas parti des envoyer un email pour voir encore concernant haban quelque chose, mais pas jamais gagné aucune la réponse encore après ça.
His father sent a mail to see him, requesting permission to see him with regards to the things that had happened, but we never heard anything from ever again.
How do you feel about the way you were treated in respect of, by the state, by the prison authorities, by the ex-president, in respect to the death of Jerry?
Je pense que maman pour dire non qu'il y a bête. Comme c'est pas maman d'après hakim maman corps la TV et autres mêmes autres ils donnent nous l'autre façon.
Honestly, I think we were misled, and from what you hear on TV, we just saw a whole different thing from that.
Madam, how do you feel about it?
Same way.
Same way? Okay. Okay. Go ahead,
Say-
please.
Can you, when you said on what you saw on TV, and you feel that you were misled later, who do you think misled you?
Both of them, the CP and the ex-president.
Okay, if I just go back a little bit further up, you said that when you were called at Temulji building, you saw the CP, and she gave you a story of
Yeah.
Jerry's death. And then when you met with the president, ex-president, he gave you another story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, in your own words, what conclusion do you come to with two different stories being thrown at you? What conclusions do you come to?
Moi, crois que tous les deux peut cause différents langages. Peut-être, pour moi, quoi, tous les deux de la langue.
I
Peut dire
think
exactement ce qui est arrivé.
that the two of them are both each speaking different languages, and that they are lying to us, that they do not want to tell us what had really happened.
If I may ask you, why do you think they were lying to you?
Maman sa se zope cause la nan cause CP in your sin done sa version ex-president done nou l'autre version.
I felt that they
zope cause la lan.
were lying because CP gave us a version of the event, and then the ex-president gave us another version of the president, which indicated that they were lying.
Would you say that they were hiding things
Yeah.
Yes,
to you?
Tous les deux cachés.
both of them were hiding.
Et lui même les CP George dit moi pour contacter moi pour moi venir dans bureau code li pour une conversation encore. Jamais.
And even herself, CP George, said to me that she will get in touch with me for me to come and see her in the office to discuss matters further, but never.
So maybe let's just continue on your engagement with the CP, with the former CP. So you had a meeting with her, and she explained to you how Jerry was killed, and then she said she will come back to you in future. Did she ever, until today, did she ever come back to you to clarify anything about how Jerry was killed?
No.
No.
Never.
No.
Okay. Then your meeting with former President Ram Kalawan. Well, when I ask to specify the former president, it's because you have several former presidents, so we can't just assume that it's. So when you said you were called for a meeting, do you know who called you for the meeting?
Auntie Luciana.
Auntie Luciana.
That's your aunt.
Yes.
But she received a call from who?
I think from the Secretary of President.
Of the president at that time.
Yeah.
Okay. So the meeting was initiated by the president's office.
Yes.
The meeting was initiated by her auntie calling the office of the president.
Okay, so the meeting was initiated by your aunt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So when you were in the meeting, you said you told us a list of your family members who were in the meeting, and you told us that the former president was there. But who was accompanying the president in that meeting?
No one.
No one.
So he was alone.
Yes.
Yes.
So when you were in the meeting with the former president, did you tell him that you had been prevented from viewing the body of Jerry?
Buried.
Yeah. No, you had not yet buried
Oh,
him, I understand, but you had gone to the mortuary to try and see his body, and you didn't see you just saw the head. So in the meeting with the president at that time, did you raise this issue with him?
No, Papa Mazine no live sa.
I
Sure of it.
cannot recall ever raising that issue.
Okay. All right. Well, I think those are the only questions that I had. Yeah, please.
How did you feel after that meeting with the president?
Still, quand même, nous sorti sa meeting. Mon côté, mon sorti sa meeting, this much of it connect avec mon frère moi. Comme si much of it a encore quelque chose. Après, nous pas tant encore. Après ça, exactement qui m'a in more.
Still coming out of that meeting, I still felt like I needed to know what really happened to my brother, how my brother really passed away. But then we never.
Okay. But considering that the version that the president told you as to how he died, and the version which Mr. George was telling you, how did you feel that there were two conflicting versions?
Like they were hiding. They were under pressure and therefore hiding.
Janet di UN, di UN l'autre.
CP George says one thing and the ex-president says another.
Do you feel there was any good reason for the death of your brother and son?
Pas raison pour. Pas raison comme c'est pour les perdre la vie dans des circonstances comme ce qui arrive ça riot.
I do not see it as a reason for him to lose his life that way in that circumstances when that riot happened.
Surtout avec un life bullet.
Especially with the live bullet.
Did you ever tell the president? Did you ever tell the president that there should not have been any military present at that riot?
Lo sakote nous demande il dit in donner l'ordre. Mais c'est lui-même qui dit nous pas respecter ces autres pour servir police la force qui c'est la force qui lui donne pour servir life bullet.
We asked him about that and he said that yes, he gave an order, but he never expected them to use the amount of force that they used and even to use live bullet.
So he gave the order for the military to intervene?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Yes.
Question?
And when he said that he gave the order for the military to go inside there, but he did not expect the amount of force that was going to be used, how many people were there to listen to what he said? No, when he said this to you, how many people were present there?
7 familles qui
5, 6 people, 7?
No.
Sorry.
Moi, Junia, Aisha, Lawrence, Gila, Jeffrey, Jamie, à peu près 10. C'est moi, il y en a 10.
About 10 of us, close family members.
So I just have a follow-up question, because I guess I might have missed something from translation. I understood that you said the former president said, he gave the order for the military to intervene. But I'm not sure if you said he said he did not expect things to turn out the way they turned. Is that what he
Robert,
said?
you can answer it.
Okay. So maybe I missed it somewhere. Did he actually say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I've got one last question, yeah? This document that you presented to us is a document from the Ministry of Health, yeah? Which reads as the medical certificate of cause of death. Okay. Now, the facility name inside there is a forensic department of Seychelles Hospital. States here. Okay? And there are different conditions, disease or injury that caused death. It is written in line here, 4 of them. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And a little bit further down, number 18, it says that the manner of death is homicide. Number 18, it says that it is homicide. Do you understand what homicide is?
No.
Homicide en français, en créole, homicide. There are different types of death, homicide involontaire, homicide volontaire, and whatever it is. So homicide is death inflicted on somebody. Okay? And number 19D, AB, D, it says, describe how injury occurred. Gunshot wound penetrating the pelvic cavity. Okay, so it was a gunshot wound that entered the pelvic cavity, which apparently, according to this, killed Jerry. Okay. Did you, on receiving this, go anywhere to any authorities to show them, the police or whoever, in order to get them to explain to you?
Basil.
You went to your
Went only
solicitor.
to Mr. Wawu.
Mr. Wow, yeah.
Okay.
Accounts.
Then Mr. Wawu is taking charge with this.
I think so.
Okay. So you understand, now you understand what this
Yeah.
is all about. How important this is and how it shows your son died.
But the postmortem report will reveal more in detail as to the
Yeah.
cause of death. Because it will reveal complete examination of the body at the time of death.
So you don't have the post-mortem
No.
report up to now. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think because that's not the post-mortem report. And do you want to see it? The post-mortem
So
report?
take a copy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
You have it, I think?
Okay, so I think in the same way that we deal with urgent issues, so can you just take note of that request? We do have it, but I don't think
we
it
have
is our. No, I think in the interest of accountability, they still should get it from the relevant authority. That should give them that. It's part of accountability.
Did you ever request a copy from the Ministry of Health?
No.
If he wants to listen to the postmortem thing, then the doctor is coming. Then she can come and attend.
Yeah. Let's discuss that. Because there are some legal implications. Can I go back to when because you confirmed that the former president said he is the one who ordered the military to go there, but did not expect things to turn out the way they did. What did you understand by that?
Ça qui m'a comprend, les explique non, il donne sa permission pour mettre paix l'ordre, but militaire comme si il vient servir police la force.
What I understand is that he gave his
Ibu, li même militaire.
order.
Après, tu as un team. Petit Paris, la ville.
PSSW.
Oui.
He gave his order for the military, and she referred to the other team of officers from Pechipari, the SSU, and he gave his order for them to go and maintain peace there, bring some order, and the force that was used was excessive.
And did he explain that in the meeting with you, that the force that was used, in his view, was excessive?
Oui, il expliquait dans le meeting, les autres pour police la force.
Yes, he explained in the meeting that they used more force.
Okay. And you confirm that after that there were no investigations
No.
done?
No. Then
Okay.
No.
I think if any
Madam,
questions-
just a follow-up. Are you confirming that after the incident and whatever happened during that time, until today, you never spoke to ex-Commissioner George? Did Mr. Barbie, Ted Barbie, talk to you? Or did Mr. Songwa, who was at the site, did he ever try to contact you in order to sort of explain A little
Never.
bit more.
Never.
So no one.
No one until
spoke to
now.
you.
No one.
Further question? If you don't have, I think it's fine. Let's close. I know that we've asked different points whether there is anything that you need to happen, but maybe we can give you an opportunity to just say your last words in this testimony. We give each of you. Maybe let's start with you. Do you have anything that you want to say that we may not have asked you? Anything you want to say?
C'est celle quelque chose comme si qui maman dit, c'est pour qui raison, monsieur président ex, l'autre qui pas jamais contacter moi son real mother pour nous discuter ça quelque chose qui peut passer. Jamais.
What I would like to say is, what is the reason that the ex-president before that did not get in touch with me, directly with me, the mother of the deceased, to sit down and talk about what really happened? I was just there like a puppet.
Yes. You want to? Is that all?
I think. Président là-bas, quand il dans meeting State House, il n'a pas rien pour lui faire moi, il a ça des gens qui peut causer avec lui entertain.
And when we were there at the meeting at the State House, he did not have time with me as such. He was more engaging with the other two people he was entertaining.
Who are they?
My sister and brother.
Do you have anything, madam?
I would like there to be justice for my brother.
What does justice look for you? Look like for you?
Save life bullet or whatever. Comme si ça ben jimoun li même chakata sakin shoot li exactement atlas vendeva cause comme si demande comme si cause que nous comme si quoi qui n'arrive ou quoi pas cause y mais aussi.
I would like for those people that were responsible for doing these actions, for them to also think like if it was one of their family members, and for the person who shot my brother to come forward at least and talk to us and explain to us what had happened, because he was a human being.
Is there anything else?
No.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for your time. We particularly are grateful that you came forward because it's a difficult experience for you to recount. It's almost like reopening a wound. So we are deeply grateful that you still had the courage to come forward and talk about this. You have a right as individuals, as a family. You have a right not to be victimized in any way for having come forward to give your testimony. If you are victimized in any way, or any of your family members are victimized because of what you said today, please report to the Commission, and the Commission will take appropriate action. It is a criminal offense for anyone to victimize you. I would also even go further to say you must not be interrogated for the things that you have shared with the Commission today. And I would encourage anyone that is following the proceedings to refrain from questioning you in any way about what you said today. If anyone has a contrary view, they can also get in touch with the commission, and the commission will consider their evidence, because the commission is open to receive testimonies from everyone. It may not necessarily be a hearing, but in some cases it can be a written statement. So if anyone wants to dispute, if anyone wants to question whatever that you have said today, they should approach the commission. They are warned against questioning you directly as a family. I think we have that obligation to protect you, particularly because of your situation. But thank you very much. If at any time going forward you also come across or remember any piece of information that you think can be helpful for the commission in finding the truth about what happened, please get in touch with us through our secretary so that you can share that piece of information with us. If also we need anything that we think you are aware of that can help us to find the truth, we will call on you again. Otherwise, thank you very much for your time, and we wish you continued healing. Perhaps we didn't ask them this question also that we often ask others who are directly affected. Have you received any counseling?
No.
Are you in need of any kind of wellness support, counseling support for you to cope with the loss of your relative, or is this something that you have now overcome? Our translation is there.
Or she would like, she would wish that she could have a bit of counseling.
Because
Because it's a recurring thought that
It's
we
a
have.
recurring thought.
Yeah.
And especially that you didn't get the opportunity to view the body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We will raise those issues as well in the way that we have been raising, concerns from inmates, similar pleas. We will raise them as well. But thank you very much for today. You can remain seated. And what time is the next testimony? Is at 2 p.m. Okay, so the next testimony is at 2 p.m. Right?